Proverbs. When was it written? Around 900 BC. Who wrote it? Mostly ascribed to Solomon. As mentioned in chapter 1, verse 1. People and places. King Solomon, Agur, Lemuel, and Israel. Soundbites. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. This is from chapter 1, verse 7. The beginning of wisdom is acquire wisdom, and with all your acquiring get understanding. That's chapter 4, verse 7. For the lips of an adulteress drip honey, and smoother than oil is her speech. From chapter 5, verse 3. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish son is a grief to his mother. Chapter 10, verse 1. He who mocks the poor taunts his maker. He who rejoices at calamity will not go unpunished. This is from chapter 17, verse 5. The Messianic link. Messiah was established from the beginning, as stated in chapter 8, verses 22 and 23. He would be the Son of God, as mentioned in chapter 30, verse 4. The book, the agenda or theme of Proverbs, is written out in the first chapter, verses 1 through 6, and is basically a book primarily devoted to giving out wisdom and wise instruction to the reader. Solomon was well known and respected for his wisdom in dealing with difficult matters, and kings, dignitaries, and learned people would travel for miles to hear his sound advice. Wisdom itself plays the biggest role throughout the book, as it is linked to knowing God, prosperity, and long life. Wisdom itself is promoted right from the first chapter, as beginning with the fear of the Lord. Notes and quotes. Proverbs is one of the books of the Bible that is ideally suited to reading a chapter or two per day, as it is not a book that follows long storylines. The wisdom of Solomon just pours out of every verse and chapter, and even though written some 3,000 years ago, still carries the same impact now as it did then. There is a recurring theme throughout this book, and that is to be smart. Trust in God and acquire wisdom from Him, so that you may live long and prosper. Thanks for stopping by.